70 like that, brother. Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I am Jason. Zack's over there stuffing his face with donuts.
It's not donuts.
Protein donuts. Is it protein?
No, it's just protein. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, don't even worry. He gave us the don't even worry about it.
He's going to heavyweight.
He's going to heavyweight. Zack Partridge a heavyweight.
I'm down 9 pounds since 2 weeks ago. I have both of you know. You guys are coming. Just having a little maverick. Little maverick breakfast burrito, man.
When are you going to let me just do a meal plan for you?
When I know I'll follow it.
Hey, I appreciate that. I very much appreciate that.
Easy.
Cody.
170 easy.
What's up, man? Cody Bunderson joining us today to talk about the Fierce card on May 14th.
Yeah, buddy.
I know I was talking to you about before we jumped on live, but I did try to, see if I could get a little information from some of the guys I knew that I was fighting. And I will say they all stayed very tight-lipped and nobody gave me any info.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I know there's been I've been getting texts over the last few days going, hey, who's the main event? Who's this and that? And,
yeah.
I said, hey, man, I'm going on Damage Plan. We can find out.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. We appreciate you coming on.
Awesome, buddy. So, we were just talking about that last card, and man, that was phenomenal card. I thought we pulled off, and it was great just to get back to some fights, man. It was like a breath of fresh air, and just getting back to some normalcy. Jesus, man.
I mean, all in all, it was a pretty eventful night, pretty fun night, and the main event was incredible.
Oh man, that was a fantastic fight.
And then Steve hangs it up. So did you know Steve was going to retire at the end of that fight?
I did know that. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still been. You don't have to get sidetracked from the card. We may see him one more time. We were in talks of truth be told, I wanted to have him and Dunkel be our main or co-main event for this fight.
Yeah.
Seiler versus Dunkel?
No, Steve Sharp.
Steve Sharp. Okay.
Sharp, not leave that. Steve Seiler, I did not know that he was going to hang it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I meant. Steve.
I mean, for as far as I know, the prior talks I had with Steve Seiler is that he wanted to, he was hungry again. He was feeling good. He wanted to go out, smash Bobby King, and then it sounded like he was going to go and fight. Khabib's coming up with his own promotion or whatever.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be paying some big money on that, so that's the direction he was going in. He was signing with those guys, but then I had no clue about that. But Steve Sharp, I knew he was going to retire that night. But then after that, with the controversy and everything, he was ready to get back in there and smash Dunkel again, and we wanted to make that happen. But Steve actually ended up getting suspended 6 months for jumping on the cage, and I guess what he told me is, I don't know if it's starting a riot or
inciting a riot.
A riot, sort of thing, yeah. Sucks, but I don't know. Well, hopefully, Steve can just, stay training somewhat, hopefully a lot, and maybe our next card after that, get him back on and maybe settle that fight once and for all.
Yeah, for the record, he is training.
He is training, yeah.
He punched me a few times last week.
Yeah. So just the thing with keeping him trained, which I know he has been training, so it'll be good. So.
Very cool.
Yeah. But
what was your takeaway from that willpower card? What was your moment of the night for you?
Really the moment of the night, man, was that Bobby King fight and that Steve Seiler fight. It
was high level
fight. From top to bottom. Just again, it felt good to get back to fights, man. That Casey Radden and Johan Rubio fight, man. That was a
great fight.
That was a fantastic fight, man. Two high level guys that are on the verge of going pro right there, man. And those guys can bang. So
I said it on the broadcast. They should. I don't know what they were thinking or whatever, but the whole time I was thinking, I'm like, for these two amateurs to do this, I'm like, they should be getting paid for this.
Yeah.
They needed pro fights.
Yeah, man, to take that kind of damage, man, it was
They
just
both did. They beat the crap out of each other.
beat the hell out of each other. But man, what a fight that was! And to come back and see some old faces, Jason South.
Looks great.
Yeah, it looked fantastic. Some of the new pros, that made their debuts, and Joel Harrell looked good, and
Yeah, Joel looked very good.
Yeah, looked good, and just some fantastic fights. For me, there was that Bobby King. We've worked with Bobby a ton. From the start of his career to where he is now. Getting him he was our lightweight Grand Prix champion. He was our featherweight champion, our lightweight champion, and man, it was just cool to see him grow. And it's like literally every time that he's fought in our cage, you literally see the evolution of Bobby King from where he once was to where he is now. And to go and get a huge win over a seasoned veteran like Steven Seiler, it's pretty cool. And I fully expect his next fight to be on something big. So
he was the one thing that was so impressive with me is I couldn't believe just how against Seiler, right, the guy with the more experience and the veteran, how calm and collected he was the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, any sort of danger, if you get tagged or anything, I mean, there was no urgency, no rush. He was patient. He picked his shots. He was, he countered well. He was threatening the whole time, and just man, it looked like he really.
You know how that a fighter is completely comfortable in their element when the other fighter slips and they help him up instead of jump on him.
That was
That's when you're like, okay, he knows he's in full on control. Like,
I mean, the show of the display of respect at the end, Seiler down the gloves, his kid coming in the cage, Bobby bound to him and them. Like, man, that was one of the coolest moments I've, ever been able to experience our cage side, through our promotion, and being able to honor Will with Will Jr. there, his wife Heather. Man, it was a powerful night.
For sure.
We enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was. I think I lost my voice after about the second fight. I couldn't even talk anymore. It was crazy. It was
just toast after that round fight already.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't talk. So we got you got a big card for us coming up May 14th, right?
Yeah, May 14th. So we're back at it again. I still got I'll give you guys what we have, and then there's a few other fights that we're just people that are going to be on the card, and we're just we'll be signing the other people's contracts and stuff here through the end of the week. So I'll let you know who's going to be on that card. But let's get right to it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so for our main event, we are going to have Fabio Serral and Marco Simmons.
Ooh.
Marco going to beat Skyler on the card. We're going to have them fight for the 145-pound title. Marco's, a very highly touted prospect coming out of One Fight Team. I mean, the dude looks freaking.
He looked phenomenal.
Ooh, boy, that kid was a killer. Those high kicks, and the dude's a brown belt jiu-jitsu. I mean, he just played his jiu-jitsu too. He looks like a complete fighter. And when I'm good friends with his manager, who's also a manager to Zack Cavender, to Mitch Ramirez. When you talk to those guys through Iridium, they talk about some of their up and comers, who they feel like the next big things are, some of their next top prospects, and they'll mention to you out of some of their they have a big roster, but some of their guys they really feel really good about. They'll always mention Rich Ramirez, and they'll mention Marco Simmons to you too. So he's a very highly touted prospect that they think is a couple fights away. Him and Mitch, a couple fights away, from getting on the contender or whatever it is, going to the next level. But you got Fabio, man, seasoned veteran.
Who looked great.
He looked phenomenal too. Yeah.
He looked really good. He holds a win over Bobby King from the LFA show. So, he's tough, man.
That was my prediction. I was half right at least. That was
you were.
I told Jason that my prediction was going to be a Bobby Fabio 2.
Yeah, I would personally. I would love to see that. And I still think that. I also like to see potentially, I would love to have Bobby back on our show, but where he's at in his career, I personally hope that Bobby's next show fight is on.
For sure.
Yeah, is the next step up.
Yeah.
But the one thing that we never did get to see, because from our lightweight Grand Prix final, it was supposed to be Thiago Alves and Bobby King, and then Thiago was training down in Brazil, and he had some issues getting back into the country when he was coming back from Brazil.
Right.
And we had to replace that with Nate Kersley, who lost in the semifinals to Thiago. So, let's see. We have our co-main event. We're gonna have Jerome Hatch back in the cage, and I don't know if you guys ever heard of a guy named Chris Curtis.
No.
Is he local?
Yeah, he's not a local guy. He's another Iridium guy. I think he's what's the direct Zack 23 and look it up for me.
What I'm trying to pull up my Tapology. My thing is going super slow. My computer's going
23
super
and 8,
slow.
23 and
Oh, so he's been around for a minute.
What Chris? What?
Chris Curtis.
Oh, Curtis.
Yeah, my computer's going slow.
Oh yeah, 23 and 8.
Yeah, so he's a big prospect as well. He just came off a win he just beat Kyle Stewart.
That's a big win.
Down at the show, and Kyle Stewart was our former welterweight champion who went on to the UFC. And he just fought.
He's a PFL contestant.
Yeah, PFL contestant. He fought and just came off a big win off Kyle Stewart down in Florida. So
how's a win in the Dana White Contender Series?
Yep, dude's no joke. So
are they fighting at 185 or 205?
205.
Okay.
Yep.
Has a loss to Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah.
This guy's been around a minute.
Yeah. So I mean,
so has Jerome. So that it should be.
Yeah, I mean, Hatch is his mentality is line them up. So I said we're all about bringing in top prospects, showing off Utah talent, and let's put them up against the best. So that's going to be a phenomenal fight right there.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Yeah, Jerome's training hard, and he's, like I said, Jerome looked phenomenal his last fight.
He did. He looked really good. I didn't expect to see that, and I've seen some of his fights in the past, and I mean, he looked good.
We know how tough Cavender is, and and I think Cavender got caught up in playing into Jerome's fight. I mean, Jerome's a brawler, and he hits hard, and he got mixed up and probably steered away from his game plan and got caught in a slugfest. And Jerome's probably not the guy you want to get in a slugfest with.
Yeah. Don't want to get in a slugfest with that guy.
Yeah. So that's a
big fight.
Yeah. Let's see. We've got Weston Wilson's going to be back on the card.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, he's going to be fighting Carson Frey.
Carson Frey, that name sounds real familiar too.
I believe he's out of Oregon. He's 8-4. But another tough kid coming out of Oregon. We're going to have up against Weston Wilson.
Nice.
Warren Weingartner is going to be on the card.
Okay.
Yeah, Warren. He's going to be fighting. He was our 135-pound amateur champ. Who's going to be making his pro debut, Victor Lapari.
Okay.
Tough kid out of Vegas. Trains with Vance Elrod and some of those killers down there from 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. And
that should be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, Victor's a D1 wrestler. He's shown some fantastic striking. Like I said, he was our 135 amateur champ. From his last fight, he was a tough nut champ. He'll be making his pro debut against Warren Weingartner.
Wow, Warren's jiu-jitsu's level.
Yeah, it's gonna, if Victor could get that takedown, but I mean Warren's, he fights well off of his back.
He'll pull guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I've rolled with him before, you know, and he's wiry, man. You know, crazy flexible. You know, a lot of rubber guard. But just the dude's no joke on the ground. So could make for a very interesting, you know, matchup. But I mean, he's got damn good stand up too, man. You know, I've seen some of his fights, and you know, he's got fantastic leg kicks, and Lepar, I've seen him, man. He's got great boxing too, so it'll make for a very exciting fight.
That's cool.
We got Marcos Sanchez is going to be back on the card. Unfortunately, his opponent had to pull out last minute, cut and weight, rolled his ankle, and that was that. You know, 2 days before the fight. He's going to be fighting a kid named Chris Thompson.
Oh yeah.
He fought Zack Cavender.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a good matchup. I like that.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. Cam Mafaleo's going to be making his pro debut.
Oh, Kent going pro.
Yeah, Kent making his pro debut against a guy named Ox Williams. That's not technically his first debut.
I was going to say, if you go by the name of Ox, man, you got to be a tough dude.
Yeah, forget it technically his first name, but I know he goes by Ox. Who else we got here? Kesley Collard. He's going to be back on our card. You guys know Zach Thorne. Zach Thorne and Kesley Collard are going to mix it up. So that should make for a pretty good fight. You know, Zach's down there at Extreme Pro Tour, training with a bunch of killers down there. And, we always know what we can expect from the Collards and those guys up there, helping his brother get ready for the PFL. And so that'd be a good fight. Let's see. Eric Munoz is going to be fighting Billy Elicana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean,
all right.
Like I say, that's Billy's, you know, exactly knows who Billy is. I mean, highly touted amateur. He'll be making his pro debut, but, you know, Eric's fighting this weekend. So,
he's the main event up in Montana.
Yeah, making sure, you know, pending he doesn't have any injuries or anything, we'll have him there. We'll be finalizing. Mitch Romero is going to be on the card. We'll be finalizing his opponent here hopefully by the end of the day today. So Mitch is for sure going to be back on the card.
Okay.
We have we get the same thing with Zack Cavender. He'll be back on the card. Should be wrapped up probably by today as well.
All right.
It appears we might be having him fight a guy actually out of Ramsey's gym.
Really?
Yeah. He's got a. They call him the Black Panther.
Okay.
I think he's from the. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. It's kind of. I don't even think his English is all that he's from the Dominican Republic. That's a couple other. Then a couple other fights. I think that will be finalized. I think you very likely might be seeing Marcus Johnson on this card.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, really?
Yeah, we're talking about him and potentially not fighting each other, but Nicholas Morrow might be on the card as well. We're just
there's two more throwback guys that go way back.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're just trying to get a couple things finalized there. For an amateur title fight, Destiny McCubben's going to be on the card. She's going to be fighting Dylan Sprague from Vegas. So Destiny will be on the card. If you remember from the FitCon night, Sean Johnson had a really good fight with Malachi from Horns Gym.
Yep.
He's going to be fighting Andrew Dean from Agima Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So that'll be a good fight right there. And then just working on finalizing one more thing is Desmond Monabot, who title assignment he should be having. So he actually really is a 135 pounder, but just because there wasn't anyone available for 135, but he's going to look to vacate his 45 title and go down and fight for 35 title.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you have an opponent for him yet, or still working on it?
We haven't. Should be finalized by the end of the day. Another kid out of Vegas.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So Who's our buddy Johan fighting?
I have no idea.
So he didn't know. So he wasn't lying to me.
No, I have no idea. I saw that too, and he said big fight news, literally not with us.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, damn it, Johan, why didn't you tell me yesterday then?
I know. I gotta send Jeremy a text, and like, dude, tell me what's going on. I just want to know, whether it's a title or amateur, pro. Like I'm excited.
Yeah. I think it's amazing that you're bringing in guys from out of state. Like that's pretty freaking cool, man. To get these guys an opportunity to get on a big platform and be seen nationwide.
Yeah, for sure. So, we said, we're trying to, stack these pro cards from top to bottom, and we want to showcase, Utah's best, what we have, and put test them against some of these highly touted prospects across the nation and see what happens. So.
Is there any that you've heard of? Is there going to be any limitations on seating for this event, or do you think it'll be open?
We're, as of right now, they boosted seats up. I think we're going to be up to 2,800 right now.
Okay.
Place for 2,800. I can't remember. So we're up more than last time. They're continuing to try to through the help work in conjunction with the health department and open it up even more. My conversation, I believe they could actually open the full arena, everything if they wanted, but they wouldn't be able to sell food or drinks or any concessions. I think everything keeps trending in the right direction. So I anticipate that by May 14th, it will even be above what that 2,800 mark is. And it's just, just kind of, you play it day by day, and, we'll still have all the tables like we had last time, and hopefully there'll be more seating in the grandstands, as we continue to progress towards May 14th.
Exciting stuff, Cody, man.
Yeah, buddy.
It is pretty freaking awesome, man. Dude, another stacked card, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah.
What's
that? Man, it's gonna be fun.
Yes, Jeff, Cody. We already said it.
So you got.
Come on, Hefe.
He probably just woke up. He's just
too busy dreaming about Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
So recap. You have the main event is Fabio and Marco Simmons.
I mean, that's
Fabio from Team Link. That dude.
That's good.
And so Fabio's coming down to 145 for that?
Yeah, it'd be 145 fight.
He's a big 145.
He's a big 135.
I'm surprised he makes that. I've walked by him a few times at some events, and I'm like, holy crap, this guy's like my size. Like he's a big guy.
When I was talking to him because he was the other guy didn't make weight from the last. Yeah. Fabio ended up taking 50% of his show money, Fabio was like, he cut down from 85 down to 55 because he was coming off. He was supposed to fight on that same fight back in November, but he broke his foot in training, and my dog's going crazy.
Yeah.
But he's like, there's no excuse. He goes, he's like, I came down from 85, down to 55 and made the weight. So it's he's a big guy. And then we got Jerome Hatch and Chris Curtis, former PFL, Dana White Contender Series. Big fight for Hatch,
That's a huge fight for him.
Big fight. And he's excited though. We had originally we were actually talking about him and Joe Rodriguez fighting, and Joe just couldn't, just with a lot of his work obligations, things right now. He wanted to fight, but then in the end he couldn't take it just due to some work things that he had going on.
Yeah,
Jerome was actually a little bit more excited about this Chris Curtis fight because he's like, man, he goes, I want big names. You know, he goes, I'm not, you know, I want, you know, that brings a big name to the show. You know, we want him. I want him. You know, I want to beat that caliber fighter. And so, you know, he's not looking for easy fights. You know, it's all or nothing.
Well, there's somebody that goes with Joe like weekly. That's not a picnic either.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and, you know, he goes. Obviously, both are, you know, extremely tough fights. But you know, he was, you know, just, you know, Hatch, he just gets his blood boiling. He's, you know.
Yeah, we know.
Down.
Yeah, he's a rare breed.
All I know is I'm not betting his son on this fight.
Yeah.
My money's on Hatch on this fight. I lost $1 to his son on the last card. We bet $1. And he
talks as much crap as Jerome does.
Oh, he was talking smack to me the whole night. They were in the table right in front of me, and he's talking smack. As Zack's walking into the cage, he comes over to my table and he says, "You ready to watch your boy get knocked out?" And then he runs back over to his table. All right.
Yeah.
We'll have to get him on when we get Jerome on. We'll get his son Keeman on with him.
Absolutely. So
cool. Well, Cody, I know you're a busy man. We'll let you go, but appreciate you coming on, spilling the beans.
Thank you.
One of those other stuff gets finalized, I'll shoot you guys the names and stuff. You know, for Mitch or DeMarcus and Zack and all that.
Let us know. We'd love to talk about it and let everybody know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I look forward to watching all the getting some of you guys interviews with. You know, I'm definitely gonna watch Hatches. Do you think out of all the guys that you know coming from out of state, do you think that we'll have a Dunkel Sharp interview on this one? I don't think
it's gonna be hard to top.
Yeah, we can't replicate that one, man. But
well, that's the thing. We had so many fighters. We had so many people who were like, "Yeah, you guys should do that more often." I'm like, like it only works if you have two people like Steve and Dunkel. You know, I
tell people all the time, like, if you haven't watched that, you guys have to go back and watch it.
we couldn't say anything. Like, we could just sit there and just we couldn't say anything.
I just laughed the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Fun stuff, man. All right, Cody, we'll let you get out of here, man. Appreciate you coming on and dropping the news. Thanks, brother.
Take care.
Right on. You want to stay live or are we going off?
We're good. I'm good.
All right.